All right, and we're back here on another Couch Coach Live. Our ninth annual NFL preview continues on, and tonight we'll be talking about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We got our guy Bandy from the Fourth and Flex Fantasy Football Podcast. What's going on, man?
Not much, man. I'm excited to talk about the Bucks always, you know.
Yeah, and once again, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Very interesting offseason. Obviously, the retirement of Tom Brady, then the unretirement, and then also the actual official retirement of Bruce Arians, and now, Todd Bowles take over the Rams in Tampa. So, your thoughts on the offseason, and then what do you deem as the Buccaneers' biggest acquisition?
I mean, it was wild. It was crazy. I mean, I got a little bit depressed when Brady said he was done, and it hurt. It hurt a lot. I thought, who we gonna have? We're gonna get Kyle Trask in there. What are we gonna be? But 40 days later, I get a text from my mom saying Brady's back, baby, because we're from Tampa, so that that's my jam. But yeah, Todd Bowles taking over. That's going to be interesting to see. I can't wait to see what that looks like. I mean, they're saying he's going to hold down the defense and Tom's going to hold down the offense, but Todd Bowles just don't seem like that kind of, dude to me. I feel like he's going to take control of his team, and make it work. But if we're talking about the biggest acquisition, a lot of people are going to say Julio Jones, but I think when we get on the field, we're going to find out it's actually Russell Gage. That dude is he's got great hands. He's off the chain. He's always making plays, and I think Brady is seeing that. News from camp is great on Russell Gage. So, man, I'm excited to see what he's going to do this year.
Yeah, absolutely. And so going into this season, obviously, just your thoughts on what do you deem as the biggest storyline heading into the season for this Buccaneers team?
Man, I actually have a couple for this. I think one of the biggest ones is, can Tom Brady do it again? Can he win one more Super Bowl? I mean, that's obviously a huge storyline. I think he can. I hope he can. There's a lot of Brady hate out there, but once he come to the Bucks, man, I had to get behind my dude. But also, I think, will Julio produce is a big storyline. We do fantasy football, so we're doing a lot of mock drafts, and he's going like way down in the draft boards. And I mean, the Fox bet has the over under for Julio Jones at 600 yards, so that's got to tell you something. And then of course, will Gronk come back for the playoffs? Probably not, but will he? Might. And then of course, what is Todd Bowles as the head coach going to look like for the Bucks? All just great things going on over there.
Yeah, and like you said, that Gronk, because who knows, even though he wasn't traded to Detroit, so there's a he might
Yeah.
come back. So
Yes, sir.
so I know you alluded earlier, as far as I know you talked about guys like Russell Gage. You also talked about guys like Julio Jones, and also the ageless wonder, the 45-year-old quarterback Tom Brady. So we talked about those. Was just your overall thoughts and also your outlook on this Buccaneers offense?
I like the way things are coming together. The loss of Ryan Jensen is going to hurt. I mean, not only for the physical aspect of it, but man, he's mental, bro. He gets in their heads and makes them second guess themselves. So that's going to hurt a little bit. Godwin is supposed to be back. I mean, he's not on the pup list, but 6 months off an ACL tear is unheard of. I just don't see him being at full speed. But I think that's why they brought in, like I said, Gage and Julio and Kyle Rudolph, which I think is going to be a really good receiving tight end option there. It's looking good. I'm excited. Fournette, they got Rashad White. I think Rashad White's going to be a phenomenal pass catching back. They still have Giovanni Bernard. It's gonna be interesting to watch. I was really high on Giovanni last year. He didn't really do much. He got hurt a little bit. I mean, he only got 3 touchdowns. I really thought he'd be better, but I think you get Rashad White behind Fournette and him, and I think he'll learn and he'll pick some stuff up, and it's gonna be it's gonna be great, man.
Yeah. So let's talk about the other side of the ball here with on the other side of the field. Let's talk about your outlook and thoughts on the team's defense.
Man, you know what they say, defense wins championships, and it was because of them a couple years back. I think, Brady gets a lot of the credit, but that defense just went off in that run, Super Bowl run a couple years back. But it's looking like we're going to lose Ndamukong Suh and possibly Jason Pierre-Paul. But we still got a lot of good things going on there. They picked up Akeem Hicks. We still got Mike Edwards. He's a ball hawk. That dude's all over the field. Sean Murphy Bunton, Antoine Winfield Jr., who maybe possibly, let us down a little bit in that game there when he blew that coverage and Cooper Kupp flew by him. But, I mean, he's made so many good plays. We'll give him that one. Defense is going to be great. We also got Vita Vea over there. He's a monster. I'm excited, man. It's great stuff. We're so close, man.
Right. So, and this is obviously we have a 17 game schedule, 18 weeks, of season. So, and I always say, hey, there's got to be a game circle on the calendar. I know it's hard to pinpoint a singular one. You give me more than one games that you got circled on the calendar for this schedule.
Yeah, I mean there's a lot of good circles going on over there, but I've got a couple.
Okay.
Of course, we got week 9 against the Rams. The payback, as I like to call it. It's a home game, and Brady got on and said unfinished business. I'm sort of thinking this is what he was talking about when he's talking about unfinished business. That's going to be fun to watch. I hope it doesn't. They don't embarrass us again because we haven't beat them yet. So it's going to be interesting for sure. And then week 15 against the Bengals. They say that Joe Burrow is like a young Tom Brady. The wide receiver trio on both sides of the ball. It's going to be, I think, a really high scoring game. 2 high scoring offenses, and it's gonna be magic out there.
Yeah, and like you said, especially that matchup against the Rams, like the payback game in the last 2 NFC champions. So it's a battle of former of the last 2 Super Bowl winners. So that
Yeah.
definitely be a prime time matchup to say the least for that one. So next, the $60 million question in 2022. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers will finish.
So I'm gonna be realistic here. You know what I mean? Like I'd love for them to go just get them all, but obviously that's not gonna happen. My record prediction is 12-5. And I'm thinking the Bucs, they need a little bit of blowback. It can't just be easy peasy roll right through there. They need to feel like they're earning it. And 12-5 is more than fair. That's 1 win less than last year. I think we can definitely do it. Take the division for sure.
Absolutely, especially in that in the NFC South where you got somewhat a change of guard in New Orleans, and then also some the questionable quarterback play, and with the obviously with the Panthers, and then also with the Falcons. So yeah, I mean definitely that is true. So we'll put a bow on our Tampa Bay Buccaneers preview. So Bandy, let them know where they can find you, promote social media and the upcoming projects, what you got going on.
Absolutely, man. Check us out over on YouTube. Just go to 4th and Flex Fantasy Football Podcast. We're always doing live mock drafts, help you get to where you want to go. We really lean in on the fantasy aspect of the game. That's all. We love it. We know what we're talking about. You can also go check us out on Apple Music, Spotify. We're everywhere, man. You just go to Google, you type 4th and Flex Fantasy Football, you'll find us, I promise.
Yeah, absolutely. And once again, definitely appreciate you for coming on and previewing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for us.
Hey, man, thank you for having me, man. This was fun, dude. I could talk about the Bucks all day.
Yes, indeed. And definitely, once again, appreciate you for stopping through. And we'll catch you guys on the next team. This has concluded Tampa Bay Buccaneers preview and continuation of our ninth annual Couch Coach Live NFL preview. Catch you on the next episode.